Welcome back, boys. To Prem Trifecta. Lots of stuff to cover, but we'll get right into it. We'll do a little segment because we missed our last podcast and talk about United Arsenal. For some reason, before the pod, the Man United fan wants to hear the Arsenal fan talk. So, Chris, if you want to kick it off, give it,
Sure. Like I
give it your
said,
all.
I said I would give it 60 seconds, so I'll give it 60 seconds. I think we started the game well. We pushed, we attacked, we were playing well, I think. Um and I think we opened ourselves up with the Zubi mistake. We went in, or I think it was halftime now, it was 1-1, I believe, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken. But it shouldn't have been
1-1.
1-1. I feel like we were the better team, but whatever. It was 1-1. I think the Zubi mistake kind of let them back in it. And then after that it was two, like it was after that they scored a one in a lifetime goal, right? In terms of like he's never like you know what I mean, like this guy Dorgu, brother, he scores bangers, he scored a banger, it is what it is. I can't really I can't really be too hurt about that. I think it is what it is. And then 2-2, we push. I don't think we played the best. I think we were sloppy. I think it definitely got to Zubi's head, his mistake. Um, but we got 2-2, and then again Cunha another banger, and that one I can feel a little bit more upset about because we gave him too much space. I think Zubi should have jumped. Moreno slipped, and it turns out that he fractured something in his foot because of that game. Out for the rest of the season, most
I
likely.
think it was Rice. I think Zubi was off by that time.
No, 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 no. No. It was
The third goal.
Zubi. No, it was Zubi, wasn't it? Zubi didn't get subbed
No,
off.
no, Zubi got subbed off with Odegaard. Dude, he had that four-man
No,
substitution.
are you sure?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, it was like a
It
four
was
man, but he
Zubi,
was up
Yeah,
for
Odegaard,
but
it.
I swear Zubi was still on.
Jesus, and one more person. I can't remember who.
Hold on, I'm verifying. I'm
And
Yeah,
it
verifying.
was
can we
Hincapié.
check that?
Hincapié.
Because I'm pretty sure I remember watching Zubi not jump, and that pissed me off.
VAR is coming out. Hold up, VAR is
I'm pretty
coming
sure
out.
it was Zubi Moreno. I
Are you
remember
talking
seeing
about second
Zubi
or third goal?
third.
Third was no, he was off by then. I know that for a fact.
VAR. Hold on, VAR.
Yeah,
It's
come
coming
on.
out.
This is the slowest VAR I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Oh,
here you go.
really?
Watch me
10 minutes
figure this out
later,
before.
bro. Come on.
Okay, yeah. Odegaard, okay, Hincapié, Odegaard, Zubamendi, and Jesus were all off at the same time. All got subbed off
Fuck.
at
Okay,
58th
okay,
minute.
okay.
Yeah, I
So
told
then
you.
I don't think it was Rice though. I don't remember it being Rice because I don't remember who it was, right? But someone should have jumped and they didn't jump, and that annoyed me.
It was Gabriel, I'm pretty sure. It's Gabriel. You're talking about the one
Maybe
who was in the way of the shot, right?
uh, I don't honestly I don't remember. I just remember the shot. I think maybe it was Dorgu's then, but I just remember for both of them I felt like okay, you know what? Dorgus is a little bit more fluky, whereas Cunha, I think he just had too much space to shoot. You give him the space, he shot it, he scored. That's a banger. It is what it is. And it sucks that Moreno got injured off the back of that, and he's probably out for the rest of the season. I think out of the game, concerns were obviously we didn't play well, but I think like the goals we conceded were one was unfortunate and two were bangers that I'm kind of like I can't be too upset about. So it is what it is. I think we had a bad day, and it was kind of for me what was important was that Leeds rectified that and made it just a bad slump. Right? We had three in a row where we didn't win. We do this kind of every season, but it's after that third game, Man U, where it was a loss at home, broke a lot of our records, which I wasn't too upset about, honestly, because it is what it is. Records are going to be broken eventually. Um, I wanted to see a bounce back, and we definitely bounced back. Massive, massive, massive performance against Leeds. I think we were good. I think everything we did wrong against United after Zubi's mistake, we did right in that Leeds game. Obviously, we scored a set piece. Um, I don't really count the first goal as a set piece, but the second goal definitely a set piece. Um, Gyökeres goal, good goal. Not good goal, nothing special. And then
It was good. It was a good timing goal. It was a goal you guys needed.
yeah, it was a good timing goal, and then it was good
Yeah.
for him, right? Like he definitely needed that, and it was good for the momentum of the game as well. And then Jesus was actually a good goal. Um, I think for the Leeds game, they had a good start, but we kind of roughed that off. We kind of thugged that out, and then we just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, kind of like what we did against Man U, but except this time we scored and then scored the second, right? We pushed for the first, and in some games recently, we push for the first, then we kind of lay off. This time we push for the first and push for the second. Then naturally, like every big team, or not even every big team, every team, right? When they're on a good run of form, even if they're on a bad run of form, usually they'll have a spell in a game against anyone. And they had a spell in the second half again, early in the second half. But then we made subs, perfectly timed subs. Odegaard, Martinelli coming on. Um, Freshened us up, and then we scored the third perfect timed goal, good Gyökeres goal. And then yeah, after that was game over for me. It was 2-0 was already game over, but with the way we've been past 3 games, you kind of want to see a third just to make it comfortable. And once it was 3, it was over for me. And then Odegaard gave a good ball directly into Jesus. Jesus picks it up, swivels, takes a few touches, and then boom, lets off the shot, good goal. Um, yeah, so I think the main thing for me in terms of frustration in the Man U game was the technical sloppiness after the Zubi mistake, especially from Zubi. But I think we rectified that. We were really good technically, held control of the ball. Subs were made at the right time, which I feel like Arteta's mostly done throughout the season. And I think with the lineup, I like the lineup too. I mean, I've kind of said it for a while. At least personally, I've felt it. I don't know if I've expressed it, but I've, like Odegaard's my captain, but I wouldn't like he's not my favorite player in the world anymore. He was a few seasons ago. Funny enough, when he came in on loan, I really liked him. Since then, since maybe 23-24, end of 23-24, I liked him. But then I feel like 24-25, and you've seen it this season as too, we've built beyond him, right? You saw it in the first half of 23-24 too, where I felt like, we're past him. Second half 23-24, he starts dropping deeper, starts helping us dictate games with Partey, and that was an evolution. But we kind of need more of that 22-23 Odegaard than that 23-24 Odegaard at this moment in terms of, actually impacting the game from the 10. We don't need someone that drops deep. We have so many players that can help with the build-up. We have Timber. We have, obviously, Gabriel Saliba have stepped up in terms of on the ball since then. We have Zubi. Rice has gotten better on the ball. Like, we don't need our 10 to drop deep anymore, which is why when Eze plays, you see him as like a shadow striker type of thing. We don't need that. We need someone that's gonna impact play from the 10, be a creative force, be a threat in the final third. And I feel like he's kind of not evolved as we've needed him to. He's not really good against low blocks. And that's why I thought that it was good that we benched him, put on Kai. Kai played okay, nothing special. Um, and then we subbed him on when the game situation was good for him. The game was open, the game was more transitional, but he has runners behind him, and so we have his runners behind him, and he has runners playing in front of him. So he can pick the balls, he can kind of drift around the pitch, of space, etc., etc. And it was more of like it was they were going man to man slash they weren't really going in a mid slash low block. So I thought that substitution and also bringing him to the bench was really, really like impactful. A big, big decision that I was really happy about. Same thing with Martinelli, right? Like we had it with Martinelli a few years ago, where we kind of realized that brother, this guy is either best off the bench or best in a big game with where it's going man to man, it's transition heavy. That's where Martinelli thrives, right? That's why he's so good in the Champions League. He's like for us, he's our Champions League player damn near because of the emphasis on transitions because everyone's they're going to kill us, like they're going to kill us, they're trying to attack us. That's when Martinelli's best. I feel like Odegaard is the same type of player where we can't play him against low blocks and mid blocks. It's just what we face mostly. So I don't think he should start in those type of games. Big games, depending on the big game, maybe. And I think he can get subbed on in certain moments of certain games, depending on the game state. But yeah, I was happy with the Leeds game, 4-0, big result, especially with what City did against Spurs. That definitely impacts their confidence, impacts how they're feeling. And we gotta ride the wave. We gotta start a new wave. We had 2 waves this season of unbeaten records. We gotta start a third one, and then we start a third one, and we'll win this league.
All right, fair enough. Quite a Spursy thing to do, eh? drawing against City.
No, I mean no, dude. Historically, like they've always been good against City
Yeah, they've always
for
been
some
good
Yeah.
odd
against
reason.
City. The
I think
one
they're unbeaten
time,
for like 5 games in a row. I think
yeah,
now something
5
like
games in
that.
a
Like
row. Yeah, but the one time we
that's
needed them
crazy.
to win, they or to do something, they didn't do it. But this
Yeah.
time they did, and we
Mm.
appreciate that.
Ashwin, you got any thoughts on the United game you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much my pre-match analysis was kind of bang on. It was probably 85% correct. I knew that, at the Emirates opening half an hour, they're gonna put a lot of the pressure. I said we're gonna have to sit back, observe the pressure, just stay composed, and just wait for an opportunity to attack on the counter. But honestly, that the first half an hour, like I consider that game not even first half, second half. I consider it like first half an hour and then the last 60 minutes. And for in our
I
terms, yeah.
mean,
But
bro, it was really the Zuby mistake that let you guys back in it. Zuby never makes a
no, no,
mistake, and
no.
that game
But
does not go the same way.
let me land. Let me land. Let me land. It's because okay, the first 30 minutes, I already said we're gonna sit back, absorb the pressure. But what really made me kind of stumble a lot, or like what made me feel like a little bit anxious was the fact that you guys were not even letting us enter your half. Like you guys were, I instantly knew that you guys are gonna put a lot of pressure on Bruno, a lot of pressure on Kobe Menu, because you know that you guys can't give them any space or else they'll do something with the ball. Um, and yeah, you guys are doing really good at that, and it was exactly how I thought. But it was just the fact that we were contained in our own half was what had me anxious. But then one thing about watching a lot of Arsenal this season and one thing about us is the fact that, like you said, for some reason when we go 1-0 up, we start sit back and instead of going to kill the game, we kind of give the opponents a chance to creep back into the game. And I also know that for us, we do um as soon as we're down one, we're like, okay, shoot, we're losing, and then for some reason we just start to wake up, right?
I don't.
So
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah, no,
I
like
don't
you guys
think.
had those flashes. It's more of like a us
I,
reason, but I've seen those flashes with you
yeah,
guys where like you guys don't look to go and kill the game in certain times. You
but I
guys
don't
kind of
think
just
today. I don't think that game was like that though. Like I think we were still
for
going for it, right? But I think the Zuby mistake just like it opened the
and you
game
know
up.
what? In my opinion, it was a Zuby mistake, but I think that was more on Saliba. I think that he kind of just rocketed the ball at him, to be honest. And he kind of just like I think he tried to like before Zuby shouldn't even went into that space. He should took it out to the side for Timber or played it through for Rice in that situation. But I think because of him is where they're in that corner. But either way, like a mistake happens, whatever it is, what it is. And I think that's when we started to see that you guys were starting to get folded under pressure. At the Emirates title race, everything like that. And I think we just took full advantage of it and we started actually playing the ball. And I'd say for the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the first half, or sorry, second half, we play a lot better. And then that's when we capitalized on the Dorgu goal. It was Dorgu Bruno, Dorgu Bruno. Uh, and yeah, we ended up getting it. And I think in this game, 3 shots taken, 3 shots on target, 3 goals scored. And that is something that with this United team especially, I did not expect to do. And it was happy to see that we were able to defend well as well. Like I even said that if Maguire didn't start, I'd be very anxious with set pieces, but if he's there, I'd feel a little bit more
By the
safer,
way,
and I
this
think
is
he did.
this is the same guy that said he had nothing to say on the United
Mm.
on the Arsenal
Dude, you
game.
spoke you spoke for so long.
I spoke about the Leeds game for most of the time, bro. I spoke about the
Yeah,
United
no,
game
I'm
for
I'm
literally
literally
a
I'm literally
minute.
done. I'm literally done.
All right.
All right.
I am, bro. What the hell? What else do I have to say? Like we
I
played
mean,
good.
the one
But
thing I will say though about that United game,
It's giving
Dorgu
you hope, huh?
is
Nah,
having
you definitely have
Dorgu
hope because of the game
Dorgu
now.
Dorgu's giving like getting a little bail arc here.
I
Brother,
mean, he's
he's
he's out
A
injured.
now.
tiny.
He's out now.
He's
Well,
out
now
for
he's
three
injured, but
months.
like,
Damn near.
Nah, yeah, it was like 10 weeks, but I think they're saying that it might not be 10 weeks. I think 10 weeks maximum. Hopefully, we can see him
mm,
back because it's like that's so annoying to see. Like him trying to
yeah,
play well as a left winger and right winger, and then all of a sudden it just gets out, right? And the way he even fell was like it felt so random. It was just a random hamstring pull. So I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see. But yeah. Should I just go on? I guess about the Fulham game.
No, no, no.
yeah.
Go
We'll just
to
go with Fulham. Go.
because we care about right. So let's go back to Harshan.
We won't finish the prem. We'll finish the prem, then
No,
talk
no,
more
because
about the same then.
what I was thinking was like we finished the last game week, like so I'll talk about
Oh
it.
yeah,
I'll
sure.
talk.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right, sure.
yeah,
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we
yeah.
talk about he talks about West Ham. I'll talk about Fulham,
Sure,
and then we go to the pre
Start
sure.
with
analysis.
Fulham. We'll
So
go in national order.
yeah, Fulham.
Your sentiments.
Honestly, general perspective, everyone said we normally show up for big games against City, against Arsenal. But the real test is obviously the mid-table to low-table teams. Where are we able to come out with the win, right? for Fulham for me was pretty comfortable. Lemons did come up with some key saves, which once again just like it's so funny because like it's not even like incredible saves. It's just like something that you expect from an ordinary goalkeeper. But the fact that all United fans are like, "Yo, what a goalkeeper!" That says how much we've been in the mud in terms of goalkeepers, right? So I think he's doing us a very solid thing at the in that. And then yeah, who scored the first? I forgot who scored the. Oh, yeah, and then yeah, Uncle Casemiro. It was a sketchy penalty call. I would have been like, yo, okay, if we got a pen,
Free
like
kick?
it was a free kick. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
honestly, like
It
no,
was
I,
free
I
kick.
agree with
Free
I
kick.
agree with the free kick. It's just the fact that like VAR can't like change a decision if they ask you to check something, you check it. So that was the whole like um kind of like thing that was going on online. But I mean, free kick is honestly the fair decision. And yeah, I guess it didn't matter at the end of the day. Like Casemiro still scored. And yeah, and then we ended the half 1-0. It was we were really feeling really good at that point. And once again, same thing where Leeds came back strong in the second half, and then Jokers bagged the goal to kind of kill the momentum. Same thing happened to us. Like they have a lot of momentum, and then Cunha scored a wonderful goal. No look pass by Casemiro as well. This guy was just on fire that entire game.
Yeah.
And then yeah, at that point I'd say like I thought the game was actually not wrapped up. Like normally being a United fan, like like even if you're 2-0 up, you never know with this team. Like they will find some way to mess it up. And yeah, what do you know? Casemiro comes off, and certain Ugarte comes on. And as soon as I saw Ugarte coming on, bro, I had Spurs PTSD because like when he played Spurs early this season, we were comfortably up 1-0. Spurs were not doing anything. As soon as he came on, they bagged 2 goals in like 5 minutes, right? What happened again? 2 goals in 5 minutes. And that last goal, it was a wonderful goal by Kevin. I couldn't even be mad about the goal as
Yeah.
well. Like it was a wonderful strike, and
It
for
was
that to be
also
your first Prem
coming.
goal,
It was
it
coming.
was no, we felt it coming, but at the same time, if
Yeah.
you notice whose fault that was, Ugarte lost his man. He literally they played a 1-2 around him. They were like, "Yo, that's him right there. We're gonna play a 1-2 around him." They played a 1-2 around him, and then bang, goal, right? And for some reason, I don't know why. Like I think we've conceded like 6 goals at the corner of that box in the same position. Like
Oh, I know what
Aston
you
Villa
mean.
both goals, Aston Villa both goals, Everton, dude, the list goes on, right? So yeah, it's like we gotta do a better job of defending that part of the box. And if it was Casemiro, I don't think that would have he would have gave him that space. But yeah, and then we go 2 goals up, and then the thing I like about Carrick so far is that if you're holding a 2-0, if you're going a 2-0 lead, you're probably going to be like subbing off an attacker for a defender trying to hold the lead, right? But I think in this situation, that risk taking really did pay off because he subbed off Mbuemo, who wasn't having like an impactful game. Like I think he was still having a good game. He's still pressing really well, and he brought in Sesko, which in my opinion, I didn't think he should have been pressing more in my opinion, and I really thought that he's allowing people to pass him pretty easily. And then yeah, we went ahead, and when we needed a winner, he came on, and as soon as he took that first touch, I thought that ball was going over the net. And yeah, I mean he bagged, right? So
Yeah, he
it's
made
good
that
to see
touch
that
harder
even
for himself.
yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
no
Oh
Bruno
yeah.
once again that Bruno dummy was like doing that in the final minutes of the game is only a psycho can do that, but like
Yeah,
this guy's crazy, bro.
Bruno's
He's just like he's
insane.
not even like you need to be on some level of like psychoness to actually do that. But
Yeah, he
yeah,
has he has 12 assists in the Prem.
12 assists
Eight,
now. I know, like
nine
everyone's
away,
speaking
man.
about like 9 away, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see.
I'll
There's
be
still a lot of
real.
games
I'll be
left.
real. Like, from someone that has seen so many people try to break that record. I mean, brother, one of our players was 17 assists, I think, halfway through the season. And then, Mr. Olivier
Mm,
Giroud comes and cooks us, and he gets one assist for the rest of the season. He ends it with 18. So, like, bro, trust me,
Chelsea legend.
I know how cursed that record is, bro. That
a
record.
hundred. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
And bro,
trying
even Saka last season, I think he had 10 assists before he got injured, and that was in like November, right, or something
Yeah.
like that. Like he was on like before he got injured. People don't remember before he got injured, and we had that injury crisis.
Oh yeah.
Or
He was
at the start of
blazing.
that injury crisis, we were still like close to City. I mean, close to Liverpool, and he was going band for band with Salah. And then, but just it was what it was, right?
Mm, exactly. That's why I'm like, yo, I know how many players have came close to this and just never hit the 20 assists. The only
Yeah.
person was Kevin De Bruyne, but that guy's also an animal. But I mean, yeah, like we'll
Kevin
see.
De
I think
Bruyne.
Once
Yo,
again,
I
it's just
hate
like
why you
typical
say it. Why do you say it like that,
Kevin
bro?
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. Yeah, it's fine.
It's
I
De
feel like
Bruyne
De
or
Bruyne.
De Bruyne, bro. Why?
De
Where'd the
Bruyne, yeah,
come
but
from?
I don't know. It's just like a
Kevin De Bruyne is
Bro,
wild,
it's
dude.
De Bruyne or De Bruyne, bro. You can't be De
yo. It's just how people
Bruyne.
say
How
it,
are you
bro.
in the middle? No, no one says that, bro.
People do say it, bro. Come on.
No,
It's Kevin
it's
De
De
Bruyne or De
Bruyne.
Bruyne.
De Bruyne. No one
Alright,
says De
whatever. De
Bruyne.
Bruyne. Okay, there you go.
Thank
De
you.
Bruyne. Okay.
Kevin De
Anyway,
Bruyne.
but my point is that
Sounds
if
like you're
this is
saying
not a
something
lesson
else,
for Michael,
bro.
if this is not a lesson for Michael Carrick, to please just keep Ugarte on the bench until we can sell him. That
I
would be
mean,
wonderful.
to be fair,
But
you guys have no depth.
we do have no
Yeah,
depth. But yo, we're also playing once a week. I think
Oh yeah.
his main issue
that's true.
his
Yeah.
main issue is that like he just wants to not risk Casemiro getting injured, given his the amount of the reason he was struggling before is because the players around him, they weren't as they wouldn't press enough, and he'd have just more distance to cover, right? But
Mhm.
now that Carrick is changing stuff around that, and he's beside Kobe Mainoo in that
He
pivot,
also
which
had more
honestly is
space. I mean, he also had more space to cover, right? With two midfielders, Bruno being the other one.
that's exactly what I'm saying. So that's why he was undershadowed. But now that he has Kobe Mainoo, who is been covering the most distance every single game, right? So it does take a little bit of the pressure off of him. So I think this is something where he can handle. And yeah, I think we have to keep up this momentum. Like that was a typical United thing, like just making it harder on ourselves and then having to clutch up last minute when instead of just comfortably killing the game. But yeah, I feel like going forward, I think we should just continue this momentum and just keep focusing on the next game as we go.
All right. I guess we'll move into Chelsea West Ham.
Which I cannot believe you did not watch.
Yeah,
You
bro.
didn't
I was in
watch it?
Toronto.
He didn't
Yeah, I
watch it,
was
bro.
in
I watched
Toronto.
it. I
Ah,
was even like,
no
I'm
way.
like, yo, how
No
is this guy not going
way.
crazy in the chat?
I
I'm
was in.
like,
I was in.
Bro,
I was in
actually, that
Toronto.
makes sense. Yo, the chat was
because
Yeah.
completely
in my
like.
head, I'm like, yo, why is this guy not going
Yeah.
crazy in the chat? I
I
feel like
was
he would have been going
Yeah.
driving. I
crazy.
remember I was telling you I was driving, but I was still listening to the game. Like I was listening to Matisse's watch along, and bro, that shit was
Yeah.
comedy, bro. I was like dying.
Matisse, bro, when he went, this guy Garnacho rage. Anyways, go on.
Yeah.
Say your
Yeah.
piece.
The thing, or the best way that I'd sum up this game is Chelsea against adversity. Right? When this team has their back against the wall, most times than not, other than Arsenal, they find a way to get out of it. And we saw it in that, like we came off a game in Napoli where you,
Are you?
I don't know about that
Whoa,
this season.
are we sure
I,
about that? What?
I feel like we
hey,
can have a starting
What?
11 with the amount of red cards we
Wait,
got there,
yo,
bro.
I was about to
no,
say,
no, no.
okay,
I'm
whoa, what are
saying,
we doing here?
hey,
What is this
hey,
like
hey,
narrative
hear me out.
flipping,
Okay,
bro?
listen,
What?
listen. Wait, listen. Barca, okay,
Where?
PSG,
What was
Wait,
the
but how is
adversity?
your hand tied against the wall though?
Yeah, what? You're just the
2
worst
0
team. That's it.
2-0 down at halftime. First time they came back from a 2-0 lead in the Prem
Yeah, that's
since
this
in
game.
the
We're
Prem
talking about
history. Yeah.
Chelsea,
But
PSG.
you
What
said
was the problem there? You're just playing a
Okay, all right,
team.
no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no.
chill.
You,
All
no,
right, chill.
the
But
problem
here,
is you
listen.
said every single time, unless it's Arsenal, you have your back tied against the wall, you guys will come back. But like, that's
That's
only
not
happened
even
once.
true. Yeah, that
That's only
barely happens.
yeah.
Hey, okay, just here. Listen up. Okay,
Give me redo that.
Yeah, restart.
okay, all right, okay. Scrap that. Okay. Basically, we started with a game in Italy in Naples with an incredible comeback.
Continue. You're good, bro. You're good.
Yeah, win a trophy, that laugh, eh? But like,
Yeah, we
hey,
will. You're gonna
we
send us to a final on tomorrow, bro.
hey.
And we're gonna win that trophy.
All right, we'll see. We'll see about that. But listen, okay. So we started off with a game in Naples where we fell quickly down 2-1. Joao Pedro with two brilliant goals to win the game 3-2. A game really of two halves because, to be honest, that first half was kind of poor. And we came back in the second half on the game. And so we were coming in with at least facing adversity, qualified for Champions League top 8 in the way that we did. It brings a good mood to the team. And you're thinking against West Ham, surely we get an easy win. Right, we run the game. Liam Rossini's out there in his interviews saying that it's the most important game of the season. And then we see starting lineup comes out, 7 changes. Most important game of the season, 7 changes in the starting lineup. We see Reece James on the bench. You see Mark Cucurella on the bench. You see Gittins and Garnacho starting as your wings. You see Liam Delap at front in the most important game of your season, according to the head coach. And And as soon as I saw the lineup, I was like, okay, cooked. We're cooked. This is going to be like a scrappy win, if anything. But by no means they expect it to be. Or going back to the lineup thing, do I really think it's a Racinier thing? I don't think it is. It's probably, or I would say most certainly, the sporting directors and our ownership being like, you should be playing these players to bring up their value. But aside from that, I thought this was going to be a scrappy win, but no means they think that West Ham would be 2-0 up going into halftime. First chance comes by, our guy, Bruce Bowen, crosses it in, mix up at the front. I think Sanchez
Bruce
thinks he's
Bowen?
going to.
Who the fuck is Bruce Bowen?
You mean Jared Bowen?
Jared Bowen. There you go. My
Jared,
bad.
bro.
Who the
I'm like,
fuck
why is
is
it Bruce Bowen?
Bowen?
bro, I looked at you because I'm like, yo, have I been having his name wrong the entire time?
Yeah, I know. That's why I looked up. I was looking at the
Hey.
lineup. I was just looking at the lineup, just trying to see what's
Jared
good.
Bowen.
And I hear Bruce Bowen. I'm like, who the fuck is Bruce?
This stinker, eh? This is stinker I'm really dropping right now.
You're 0 for 2.
Okay,
Yeah, bro,
Jared Bowen. Okay, Jared
Oh
Bowen with a
my-
cross in.
Yeah.
I believe, first of all, someone should be picking up picking up the ball. But aside from that, I feel like Rob Sanchez is thinking the ball's going to be striked. Player doesn't strike it. Ball goes in the back of the net. Jared Bowen gets a goal. His first goal of the game.
that was pretty unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I think Sanchez could have done better there. But
I mean,
I don't think it's a Rob Sanchez thing. It's just like our defense has to be better.
bro,
It's
Bruce
not-
Bowen is a basketball player that's 54 years old, and in his final season averaged 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Why do you know Bruce Bowen's name, bro?
Hey,
Why,
legend.
why is this guy's name
NBA
on
legend.
on the tip of your tongue, bro? This guy,
NBA legend.
bro, has this guy done anything, bro? Let me look at his best season, bro. His best season, he averaged, bro, how many points? How many points? I'm trying to look right now. Holy. Bro, this guy averaged, his highest average was 8.2 points in a season. Why do you know this guy,
Hey,
bro? Why is this
and
guy?
no, I thought
legend.
he just randomly said the name Bruce. Like I didn't
NBA
No,
know.
bro,
NBA
I had a
legend.
feeling. I was like, you know what? You don't fuck the name up twice, and it's just because it's a spill of your tongue. It had to be someone on his head. But why the fuck
it
is
was
Bruce
clearly
Bowen on your head?
Honda's on
bro?
my head. I don't know. But hey, Jared Bowen gets first goal. Second goal, Somerville. I don't remember if it was a header or if it was.
No, it was a
cross.
It was a inside of the
cutback.
curl shot, bro.
Yeah, it
was
was a
cut back,
cutback
yeah.
and then a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, second goal goes to Somerville, which I don't know why I'm a fan of the guy. I don't know why I like seeing this guy play. He's probably bad, but like,
Somerville's really good. He's very.
Nah, I don't know if he's. I would say
He's not very good.
he's not
underrated.
good.
He's underrated.
He's not
underrated.
good. No, he's not good. He's just like he has a cold celebration when he scores. Like
He's
I'm not gonna lie.
inconsistent
That shit
as
is-
hell, man. He's so
He
inconsistent.
is inconsistent,
I
but
think
that's
he
what-
has like
on a
one
good day,
game.
He's good.
He has one game every like 3 months where I look at him, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
low key, he got something, and then he just stinks it up for 2 months.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, this guy like he has that one game in the cold celly, and like honestly, I kind of like him for that. But like other than when I have him on team, fuck no. But besides that, he gets the second goal, and we're down 2-0 at halftime. We have Chelsea fans rightfully booing the team, like as we go.
I saw the clip of Rob Sanchez being like,
Yeah.
hold on. Is that your halftime analysis? Because brother, I feel like you're missing something very important.
I think you are missing a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
You're missing
yeah,
something
our boy,
very
our boy.
important.
Our boy, Alejandro Garnacho.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. As
Send
soon
this
as
guy back to Argentina, man.
I'm not gonna lie,
Deport
bro.
this man.
Yo, when I should have known this because like I texted the group chat right before the game started, and I'm like, yo, that right hand side, your left hand side is so
Hato?
this left hand
This left-hand side made Aaron Wan-Bissaka look world class.
Dude,
class.
I know.
He made him look like it was
I'll
prime
pull up the message.
Wan-Bissaka.
I'll pull up the message. I was like, yo, I can't wait to see Wan-Bissaka go up against Garnacho.
Wan-Bissaka, not even Garnacho. He hit the left side. What?
I mean,
He's cooking out that
yo,
point,
you're-
dude.
bro, somehow
Yo,
your
bro's
mic is.
crashing us so much. His mic's not
Yeah,
even picking up what
your
he's saying.
mic isn't even picking up what you're
Yeah.
saying, bro. But
Bro,
I mean,
it's not
bro,
your-
I think honestly, like, this is why I wanted to stop you before you went to a full time, because this first half, I feel like you dissect by itself. First half was so fucking bad, and I think
It was
if you
so bad.
look at it, like, I feel like the right hand side, I feel like honestly, I like Hato. I've liked Hato since Ajax, because I remember when he was 17, he was rumored to come to us, and I tapped into some of his games, watched some comps and stuff, and I liked him as a profile. Whether you guys are using him correctly, developing him, whatever, that's on you guys. But I liked him as a profile, but I don't think evaluating him on this game was really fair when, brother, Garnacho, first of all, this guy would, I remember I literally, like, listened to him lose the ball 3 times in 60 seconds, which is
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
I don't
Oh
even know
no,
how you
it
do
was
that.
No, it was 4 times in 20 seconds.
Okay, whatever. That's even worse, right? But 4 times in 20 seconds, let's just say, right? And then also this guy, it's not so he's not doing good offensively, and his brother's also not tracking back. So every one of the goals,
That second
there's
goal was him. That
there's
second goal was him.
always an overload. There's always a 2v1, and Hato's just getting cooked because Bowen's already
Oh,
a
yeah.
tough matchup.
Oh, yeah.
But then you have to track Bowen and then Wan-Bissaka, who is
Wan-Bissaka overlapping, bro.
overlapping. And this guy Wan-Bissaka, he's defensively like amazing, but like he also has a powerful engine on him. This guy can run. Whether he's good at running or good at with the ball while he's running, that's a different story. But this guy can run. So this guy providing that overlap, he can do that all game, right?
Yeah.
So being 2v1 in that situation, I feel for him. Like what could he have done? You know what I mean?
What
Yeah.
can a man do?
And
bro?
you know
what
what?
can you
I
do?
agree with your point about Hato because I rate Hato as well. It's just unfortunate with, like, as you say, with the fact that you've got that bum right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't done well for you guys. If
Yeah.
we're being honest, like it's not like he's played
Yeah,
well.
he hasn't done well.
I rate him
But he's
for like
also
I rate him for his profile, his Ajax, like what he's
Yeah.
done at Ajax a little bit, but I mean also
Yeah.
not the best league.
To be fair, he's also like 19 years old, so like he's got
Yeah.
time to develop. You get what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I have a feeling he'll come good. Like he'll be a good player, but you know, I feel like people are being too harsh when you have the fact that you have Garnacho in front of him. But besides the fact that our left side got cooked. Second half of the game, we see Hato, Garnacho both come off. You see Mark Cucurella, and I believe it's
João
Pedro Neto.
It's João Pedro.
No, João Pedro, Mark Cucurella, and Wesley Fofana all come on.
Yeah, Bashi they also got hooked.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Bad as shield.
Yeah,
man.
Horrible.
Horrible. That guy, I remember
Horrible.
that guy. When you guys signed him, I remember the thing about him. Oh my god, young prospect center back. Is this a Saliba
Yeah,
rival? Like that was the vibe,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Was like this guy's
I
a
don't know why
young
people were
young
talking that.
center back from Monaco. I remember, man, you were interested and everyone was thinking,
mhm.
"Oh, this might be a good signing." Brother, this guy after I think maybe his first 6 months, disaster.
Yeah,
Thank
Stinks.
Genuinely stinks.
And you know what the funniest part is? I'll be honest, like with Chelsea, it's actually so funny because I feel like obviously I'll let you get into your second half in a second, but just like, defensive recruitment is actually the easiest side of the game.
Yeah.
Like recruiting defensively is actually the easier thing to do.
defender.
Right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's easier. There's so many like good center back talents, good defensive talents, right? That I don't know how you can have so many signings in your defense that are all just stinkers. Koulibaly, fucking I forgot that other guy's name, Sar, not the most recent Sar, Malang Sar, I think his name was.
Tosin.
Tosin, fucking this guy. What's the other guy's name? What's the other guy's name, Bran? The other center back you guys have.
Disasi.
Yeah, disaster, bro. That's what his
Disasi,
name was,
yep.
bro. There's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many others that are slipping my mind. But you must have had like at least 7 defensive signings
Yeah,
that are
dude.
flops, and I don't know how you
It's-
can have that many.
And you know what? Like aside from the game, like I keep talking about the game like later, but like for a side Chelsea that's used to be known. You come to Chelsea. They used to be known for the nerve events. They used to be known under Mourinho for parking the bus and not letting you score. For us to see these humiliating center backs like play for our club is like disgraceful. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
And I don't know. But
Trust me,
besides
bro.
I
that,
just
I
think
feel
your
this-
recruitment's been a little
Yeah.
sus recently, anyways. Overall.
It was
but-
sus recently, brother. It's been sus for
Yeah,
how
yeah.
no,
many
it's
years?
been sus for a while. It's been
It's been
sus
sus
for a while.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I'm
It's
just
been
saying
sus.
it's getting
It's-
more sus now. It's getting.
Actually, honestly, I think their recruitment in let's say the past year has been better. But like
Yeah.
they're like since that summer where you guys signed Ziyech, Havertz, Werner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even before that with Morata, there's always like maybe in the past
Yeah.
10 close to 15 years, your recruitment's just gone downhill. If we're being real, it's Hazard that kind of kept you guys afloat, plus a bad Prem that
Yeah.
kind of kept you guys afloat for a while. And then Aspilicueta, these type of guys that were like a part of a new core. But after those guys left, it was bad, man. Maybe
Yeah.
2018 onwards,
one-
I'd say.
The one thing I will say though is like with how much money is being spent, like Chelsea's bound
That's
to
the-
win one or two trophies. Like I wouldn't say this season, but you get what I mean. Like they're bound, like with the amount of money that's being spent, you're bound to win something.
I mean, yeah, like maybe a conference league.
Club World Cup, Champions League in 2021.
Yeah, Champions League 2021, brother. We're talking about now. That Champions League core is all gone.
Hey.
That whole
The
Champions League core you
2021
had is all gone.
Listen,
All
listen, listen.
gone.
The 2021 Champions League is more recent than the FA Cup, buddy.
So what? I don't understand the point at all. My whole point was the whole
No, but
core
like
is gone.
here, my point.
That was a Conte and Jorginho masterclass. Like, good job.
But hey,
Yo, I think you should get into the second half now.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
We're
go
drifting.
for it.
We're
Okay.
drifting. We're drifting.
but yeah, going into the second half, it's literally a game of two halves. You see what Fofana, João Pedro, and Cucurella come on in the second half, and at that point you see tables turn a little bit. First goal comes in. Wesley Fofana receives the ball, drives up the field. He gets space, crosses that ball in, and João Pedro basically heads it across the goalkeeper. 1-0 up. Guy in form. He's going to score that.
1-0.
Or not 1-0 up. 2-1. 2-1 down. My bad.
Dude, what are we doing?
This is
We're
actually a
creating
stinker.
results from
This is a
halftime.
stinker.
All of a sudden the game just resets. Yo, they're like, yo, new
This is
line.
a stinker, my
Oh,
guy.
Garnacho off. Game restarts.
Okay, alright, okay. Alright. Come on,
This guy's
lock
on a
in.
stinker, man. This guy's on a stinker. Oh my god.
Okay, 2-1 down.
Hook this guy, bro.
Okay, 2-1 down. Alright?
Yeah.
And so João Pedro gets his first, like the first goal in the comeback. After that, we see a few minutes to go by, 70th minute. Pedro Neto crosses it in. Gusto heads it back across goal. Liam Delap somehow hits the top of the crossbar when heading the ball. And
Bro,
Cucurella,
it's
thank
diving
God,
like a penguin, bro.
diving in like a penguin, gives us that equalizing goal.
That's not the first time he dived in the game. Or not the first time. That's not the last time, sorry. This guy.
yeah, last time.
We'll
No.
see what.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Hey, I'll talk
We'll
about that.
talk about that.
I will talk about that. I will talk about that.
Oh,
But hey.
that's so funny, bro.
But hey,
Embarrassing.
so first
man.
goal comes in, and then last goal by the guy. We get Caicedo drives the ball into the box. João Pedro with a beautiful cutback, and the guy on his 150th appearance for Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez, scores. Shirt off, goes freaking bonanzas.
Wow.
Almost gets
Yo,
bad.
that almost went wrong. I don't know if you guys saw it.
And keep the podcast PG, but it almost went all. It
Oh
almost
yeah,
went
yeah, I
That
saw that. I
almost
saw
went
that. I
so
saw
wrong.
that.
That
I
almost
saw
went
that.
so wrong, bro.
I saw that. This guy,
Yeah.
yo, I don't know what it is with Enzo. I'll be real. Enzo, yo, look, Enzo is like a good player, right? Like maybe 60 million worth. You guys overpaid for him. We all know that, though, right?
brother.
You literally agreed to that, brother. I could pull up the podcast. You literally agreed to that maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay, but like 60 million is wild.
so this guy just agreed to that.
million.
Yo, do you want me to
Hey,
pull it up? I'll pull it up right now.
I said,
I'll
hey,
pull it
I
up
didn't
right
say
now.
60. Hey, listen, I did not say 60 mil. I said we overpaid. Yes, I didn't say 60 mil worth player.
Okay,
Hell no,
sure.
dude.
Okay, sure. 80 million. Congrats. 20 extra.
80 million. There you go.
Okay, fine.
Fair.
Okay, 80.
I'd say
Okay.
80 is actually fair value. 80
Okay, fine.
80's
I
a
would,
fair
I would
value,
say,
dude.
I would
Yeah.
say, I would say like 70, 75. But okay, whatever. You want to go 80? That's okay.
Brother,
Good job.
this is a player with the most goals out of any midfielder in the Prem.
Was
And
Enzo?
you're
Was Enzo?
saying-
Wait. Is Enzo like okay? Eze isn't good right now, but what is Enzo now? Or Enzo throughout any time in Chelsea? Was he better than Eze last season?
Brother, we're
No,
talking
I'm just
now.
asking. I'm just asking. No, that's not my point. That's not my point. I'm asking you.
And okay,
I'm
Eze last
asking you
season
for
was
a
good.
reason.
Yeah, sure.
I'm asking you for a reason. Was Eze last
Yeah.
season? Has Enzo ever been better than Eze last season?
Okay, but now Eze's on Arsenal. He's
That's not
getting the
my
same
point.
performance.
That's not my point, bro. I'm asking you a question.
It's different. It's different when you played for Crystal Palace and you're the main guy.
No,
and you go to a good team
Also,
and you're
that's
the
not my
top.
point.
Yeah.
That's not my point. No,
they
listen,
do
you guys
Enzo
aren't
Sell
listening.
for a
You
lot.
can
You
you
guys
can
aren't
drop
focusing.
you can drop
Oh
like
my
you can drop like
God.
Ethan Nwaneri on like West Ham and you'll see this guy like perform well. You can drop like you get what I mean. It's
That's
different
not
when you
my
play for a small
point.
team.
That's
like,
not
like,
my point.
But you
You're not
can't say, you
listening.
can't say,
You're
you
not
can't, nah, nah, nah.
listening.
You
Oh
can't
my
say
God.
Eze was playing better than Enzo, therefore he's better because he's on the Crystal Palace.
That's
It's
not what I
different concepts.
said. That's not what I
And,
said.
and if you're
I asked-
saying
oh
if you're
my
saying like if you're saying like Eze like now or like Eze like before like is better than Enzo, yeah sure, he had a better season last season.
That's
sure.
what I okay. So
Right?
he had a better season. That's all I wanted to hear. He had a better season last season than Enzo ever has, right? And how much did Eze get signed for?
But what's Eze doing now for your team?
That's not my point, bro. The point is Eze got signed for 68 million, right? Eze got signed for 68 million, and it was clear of anything Enzo has ever done in his career, right? Anything.
And so why,
that season. Look, I'm not talking about him now. He hasn't been good this season. Okay, congrats. That's not my point. My point is
saying,
that Eze's valuation of 68 million.
Wait, pause for a sec. You're saying this guy's clear of like a World Cup winner.
Yeah, you're acting like the World Cup was down to him. The Club World Cup was not also down to him. World Cup, he was a piece in the puzzle. He wasn't like he was a good player, but World Cup is also like, you know, people get signed. People get signed off the World Cup and flop.
What the is this, dude? You're saying this guy from...
Bro, I don't think you're understanding the point. This guy just rattled. He's not understanding the point.
Stop your point, dude.
Bro, this guy doesn't understand. Okay, let me talk to a sensible guy, Ashwin. Right? What I'm trying to say is that look, Eze's best season is better than any campaign from a 38 game season, all comps or whatever, all comp season that Enzo's ever had. I think that's a pretty fair statement, right? And Eze got signed for.
But he has a point about the whole like houses. You know, he looks
one second. Just let me finish, please.
Yeah, no. Go, I'll let you
and Eze got signed for 68 million, right? So I'm saying that Enzo worse than Eze, right? So technically, if you just take a player profile wise.
By the way, let me just pause. This guy went a head loss so bad he just muted himself and just started talking.
Yeah, I muted myself and started talking. Dude.
Hey, alright, man. You know what? I don't even care about the point.
Can I finish my own game?
Yeah, you can finish. Man. You can finish. I don't even care to continue, bro. This guy's rattled. It's fine. Whatever. You guys don't even hear me right now.
How much? Brother, you guys got head loss.
You're red. You're red. He's red.
Brother, this guy ain't doing nothing for you. And you're saying this guy's better than Enzo.
That's not. I literally never said that.
I
didn't say that. Oh my god, yo.
You're saying
he's red, bro. Yo, this guy's better than Ashton's background, man.
Bro,
oh my goodness.
I hear Harshan's point, but at the same time, you're not answering what he's asking. But yo,
it's okay. It's fine, man. Just move on, man. Just move on. It's okay.
Let me finish on my coverage. But yeah, Enzo scores last minute. Enzo scores last minute. Okay. At that time, 3-2, so pretty good. And then we see the ball come back on the other way. Cucurella gets flopped, but like gets thrown out the other window by Adama Traore. And we got João Pedro trying to push Adama and immediately regrets it and backs out.
Yeah, honestly,
I just like the way he just went flying is what killed me, yo.
Yeah, what killed me. There's two things that killed me. There was two things that killed me. The way he went flying, and then also like when Pedro pushed him. If you saw like the cartoon ass walk that Traore did, up walking up to Pedro, and you see the other POV of Pedro's face. Pedro literally goes like this. He's looking at him. He goes like this, and then he sees Traore walk to him. He's like this guy literally just goes shook. I'm like, nah.
Bro, eyes lit up. Bro, this guy Traore is in the wrong sport, bro. I swear this guy should be in the
NFL.
He should be a wrestler, bro.
Yo. He should not be playing footy, my guy. This guy should be in American football. He should be a running back. He should be
that, or she should be like a wrestler or something, bro. Like, why is he playing
solid? He should be a wide receiver. This guy, Adama Traore, would be a superstar wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, funny scenes, man.
You guys got any other comments about the game before we move on to Arsenal Chelsea?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta say one thing. I mean, I don't, in my opinion, in this case, I don't think it was more of a club's decision to play those players. Maybe Gittins, maybe. I mean, unfortunately,
I think it's a club decision. I think it's a club decision.
I think this one, it's fair to argue that he could be conserving for Carabao, in my opinion.
I thought so too.
But I like at the same time, if it is true that the club wanted to play him, I wouldn't be surprised nonetheless. Is what I'm saying. But I just think in this situation makes more sense, as I think any manager, you're saying you have West Ham and then all of a sudden you have Arsenal 2 days later. I think more is logical. Like he would have rested either way, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a lesson. Just don't play.
I mean, for me, yeah, I agree that like it's just because look, you're already 3-2 down. You kind of want to go to the Emirates and at least put up a fight. Plus, this is your only chance for a final that seems realistic as of right now. and your only chance of winning a trophy as of right now, right? FA Cup's too early. Champions League, you wouldn't say Chelsea are one of the favorites. So Carabao Cup
Yeah,
semi-finals,
fair.
you're 3-2 down going to the Emirates. You probably want to conserve just to at least put up a good effort, right? Because if you guys go to the Emirates and
fair.
draw tomorrow, then no one's gonna slate you guys. You guys tried. You guys got a good result, whatever, right?
But you guys win anyways.
We'll win, but like that's not the point. I feel like for them,
No, I
obviously,
mean like even if it's a draw, it's a win for you guys. Like you guys.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You guys
That's
have been
what- that's
tied.
my
That's
point.
what he's trying to say.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's kind of the point. So it's like I feel like I think it was a mix. Obviously, he probably has in his ear. I don't think every game, but he probably has in his ear to like play certain players. So he probably has to keep that in mind. But I also think it's also like he's trying to conserve for the Carabao, because you see it with we saw under Maresca too, and Maresca was the type of guy where he wasn't listening to the board. Where you can't play Reece James 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You don't want to risk Fofana 3 times a week. Like there's players in your team where you can't play them.
Very too injury prone, bro.
Yeah, they're too injury prone, and so if you want a good season, that it relies on these guys, right? You need Reece James, you need Fofana. So I think it's a mix.
I mean, my only counter argument to that, which is why I think it's like a board issue, is like if we say the same thing, like let's say a Man U, a Arsenal, a Man City, these other types of teams that like, are big teams, right? You see Arteta like every single game, he plays his best lineup, right?
That's not true.
He'll
That's
no,
not
but
true.
like I'm not saying like you'll have substitutions here and there, but your big players will play. At least you have a good amount of big players you'll play each game for like
But
United.
also,
No, it's also because of their depth. But yeah.
but also,
go
but
on.
also, it's like the thing is, it's like this is the thing with Chelsea though, is that Chelsea, it's like you guys have depth, but you guys have bad depth. Right,
Yeah.
which is why you kind of like, which is why when Arsenal rotate, like obviously you feel it, but you don't feel it as much. Maresca can come in against Liverpool away from home, Saliba goes on after 5 minutes, and you don't feel it that much. Hincapi, Calafiori, obviously Calafiori is better, but Hincapi is still good, etc., right? Like, I think whereas you guys,
It's enough to just get the job done.
if you take out Reece James, you have Gusto, which is 50-50. You take out Fofana and brother, it's a disaster no matter who's back there, right? So I feel like that's the difference, right?
This is
but even if you say that, like look at like I guess not. It's not just a quality of depth, but like it's like look at teams like Liverpool, for example, who like maybe you can argue one way or another, but like at the same time, like in depth, we'll say like they're relatively similar. Liverpool plays like a relatively good lineup every single game they play. Right?
Yeah,
Because
also because of the injuries they're going through. Like they actually have no.
They kind of
options
have
right
to.
now.
Yeah, I mean,
They
I
kind
mean,
of have.
I
In
get
that case, it's a little different. But similar argument though. Similar argument. It's just
Yeah, but
like I'd say the amount of times you see our team rotate is kind of, wild in a sense, especially knowing how bad our depth is.
Yeah,
Right. I get like the whole
yeah.
injury. I get like the whole like injury prone situation, like that type of thing. But you also see like players like Cole Palmer won't play a game, or like
but
you'll
to
see
be fair,
Caicedo come out of the lineup.
But I don't think Palmer's
Right.
fully fit. That's the problem.
Yeah.
With him. So I don't. I think
course
he's in
not.
the same situation. I think what I've heard rumors, but what I've heard is that guy needs surgery. He's like on some.
It's like a public something.
I think.
Public.
Yeah, I remember ESR had the same issue where he was trying to like just like delay the inevitable, and he was just trying his hardest not to get surgery, but eventually that brother needed surgery, and yeah, he just was so injury prone until he got surgery, and I think that's similar vibes for Palmer. Honestly, I think this brother just can't play that often, and he's also not playing well because of he's not fully fit, which is what it is.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like my opinion that if players are fit, you play them. And so like seeing this much rotation like bothers me, but like
I guess under Maresca you can argue that because I a lot of times we were like, yo, this rotation's like just sus and just doesn't feel like it's needed. But I'd say so far under Senior doesn't look like maybe Napoli a little bit, but like I think that was also just coming down to like Napoli were playing better. You guys were sitting back way too much.
Yeah.
But in this game, you can definitely argue that. I'd say.
I mean, well, you're gonna have your full 11 against us, presumably. So let's move on to that game.
I hope so, yeah.
Let's move on to that game. Assuming, I think you guys will be fully fit going into the Emirates. We don't have Saka. Calafiori, I don't know if he can start. I don't know if Havertz can start. Moreno's out for the rest of the
Mm-hmm.
season, which is like a clutch player. I think he scored against you
Mhm.
in both games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think both
He
games this
he,
Yeah,
season he
play, he
scored.
scored in the league. I don't know about the
I
cup.
think he scored in the cup as well. I can't remember for
I
sure.
believe
Maybe
I
Cup
we
was
need
was
VAR, but I
VAR
think
for
he scored
that.
in
Yeah,
the cup.
cup was
Ashton, VAR
Ben
that.
White. Cup was
VAR
Ben
that.
White.
I think it was Ben White, Moreno, and was it Gyökeres?
Ben White,
Gyökeres did
Gyökeres, and
score. Gyökeres
Zubamendi.
did score. Gyökeres scored the last goal.
Ben White, Gyökeres, and Zubamendi.
Oh, it was Zubi. It wasn't
It was
Moreno.
Zubimendi.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, but I think Moreno
yeah.
might have got a GA or like, got an assist on. Either way, point is Moreno is a big player. We have a few injuries, but nothing crazy. We're mostly fit for the first time in a while in terms of like going on a period of being mostly fit. Obviously, we still have injuries. Saka
Mhm.
probably won't make it, but for you guys are, you know, your best players are basically fit, and you have João Pedro on a good run of form. So, what's the
Yeah,
feeling?
yeah. I'm gonna back my team and say we win, but if I'm saying honest feeling, I think it's gonna be a draw.
Fair.
And the
No one
reason I
had.
say that,
Go.
yeah, I'm always gonna back my team like second leg, like whatever. Like I want to see them win. Like,
Oh, you guys laughed at me for that.
No,
but
bro,
yeah,
you need to relax with this laughed at you thing. I didn't laugh at you, bro. Harshawn might have laughed at you. I did not laugh at you. I literally said, bro, this guy Asher, I hate Man U fans, bro. These are such victims.
I mean,
Holy.
Fuck you mean, bro? What do
Bro,
you mean?
to
No,
be
you
I
fair,
didn't
literally
laugh
Chris,
at
you
you,
called me
Chris,
bro.
absurd
Chris,
for saying
Oh,
2-1.
bro, I didn't
Chris, to
laugh
be
at you.
fair,
I smiled because, bro, I want to hear you say that. Just like I want to hear Harshawn talk shit to me
yeah,
before we play. I smile because I
mhm,
want to hear it. Because I expect
yeah,
my team to win. So when someone's talking shit to me, I like it. Especially when we're about to play them.
yeah,
Harshawn, I don't know why he was smiling. You gotta talk to him.
yeah.
Mm.
But but beyond like what I'm saying, like the reason why I say Chelsea wins, like for where to back the fact that they win, is we've historically seen that this Chelsea team plays better when they face some sort of adversity. And I feel like I feel like you combine that or like a big game, big occasion,
Okay, there you go.
they play
Yeah, I
well.
can agree with
Yeah, big
that.
occasion. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
can agree
Big
with that.
occasion, they play well. And I feel like right now in England, there's no bigger occasion than Arsenal at the Emirates. And like you
Facts.
add the context, you're 3-2 down. You're facing the best team in the league. This and honestly a team that, looks very unbeatable in a sense. And I feel like the mentality that players will have on the game will be very good. We're also coming in with this game. I don't want to be the guy that blames players being out or players being in,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you're coming into this game with like Caicedo and Palmer, and I believe Cucurella, Reece James, who also wasn't there in the first time.
Yeah.
So it will be a better squad. We won't have Esteban the game though.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, personal reasons.
And
So
Jamie Gittins. So your wingers
and
are
Jamie Gittins.
Neto, Garnacho, and Palmer.
Yeah, yeah,
You want that guy to start as a sub, but I'm telling you, as a sub, he's really good.
Garnacho?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Neto,
he scored two
Garnacho, and
against us
Palmer.
as a sub.
Yeah, bro, it's so funny. He's
Yeah,
the guy who's keeping you guys in this cup, by the way.
yeah, which is funny. But like, I feel like
Nasty
yeah,
work.
it's definitely
That's
not the
such a
best
us thing
situation
to
that
do
we're.
as well.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully, God forbid, hopefully everything's good with Esteban. But like,
Oh yeah, will he be back?
yeah,
Cause I think I heard he's like
Nah,
gone for like
he's
he's
a
in
back in
mental
Brazil.
health
Brazil.
He's
reason,
back
right?
in Brazil. He's in Brazil,
Personal
family reasons.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I heard too.
I
yeah,
mean, okay. I guess we can move to my perspective. I think for me, it's
sure.
um, for me, I think honestly, we have to go to the final. Like, I don't care how it's done. I don't
Mhm.
like. I think for you guys, if I was a Chelsea fan, I would be feeling a little bit more confident because of that United game. Before that, like I said, unbeaten at home. I think I don't know how many games, maybe like 20 plus games at home unbeaten. But that United game kind of showed that. Honestly, I've always felt like this. Not this season, but I felt like this in 23-24 and 22-23. No, 23-24 and 24-25. Um, where I felt like at home in the run-in, it's always nervy. It was always
Mm.
nervy, and I emphasize that if you remember 23-24, our second half of the season was tough because we had so many away games. And a lot of our, we went to I think we went to the Etihad, we went to Spurs, we went to United. I think we went
We
to
went
a
to Old
bunch of
Trafford as well.
hard away games, but we won them all, or won damn near all of them. And the only results that we dropped points in, I think, were at home. Aston Villa lost, and I
No, you guys
forgot.
dropped points with us as well at Old Trafford. It was 1-1.
No, oh, then that's not what I'm talking about. Then we played you guys at home. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
it
during the
was
run
yeah,
in, right? Like we went on a
yeah.
18 game run, 16 wins, one draw, and that was at the Etihad, and then our one loss being at home at Aston Villa. And you could feel it. The home results, it's always a little bit more nervy at the Emirates. And I think that United result, if I was a Chelsea fan, I would, feel like, what? Now that that record's kind of
You
been
gotta feed off of
broken,
it.
now that the record's been broken, there could be nerves, right? But then I think, and for me, that's the only thing that's making me a little nervous is like our last game at home. I know how we are at home sometimes, especially in the run in second half of the season. At home, the fans can get nervous, the fans can get anxious, and that kind of like can rub off on the team. But I think that's more of a PTSD thing than like a actual how I see the game. If I'm talking about how I actually
Yeah.
see the game, I think for me it's we should walk into this final. I think this should be a game where, it'll be tight. It won't be anything,
Mhm.
like it won't be an easy game, that's for sure. I don't think any big games nowadays are easy games.
Mhm.
Besides
I
Spurs.
just don't think any game involving Prem teams are easy, to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest.
Besides
Spurs is always
Spurs.
easy.
Besides Spurs. Well,
Spurs is always easy.
okay.
Mm.
Besides Spurs,
Hmm.
but I think generally there's not many easy games, right? Yeah, against a Prem team, like you said. So
Mhm.
I think it's not gonna be easy. I think it'll be tight. Maybe a 2-1. I would say 2-1 to us. Probably maybe a 3-1 depending on how like when we score.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. But I do think it's gonna be a controlled performance. Or that's what I hope, right? I hope it to be a controlled performance. We go and we do the same thing that we've done consistently besides that United game at home this season, and kind of reestablish that, this is our house, this is our fortress. We had one bad day, but set the tone for the
Mhm.
rest of the campaign, by getting a good victory at home that's mostly controlled, maybe tight in terms of result, which I think it will be, but a good performance, stamp your authority. Um, and yeah, move to the final, man. So that's me for this game.
Yeah.
I think we rotate a little bit. Nothing, like we said, we can rotate and it not weaken our team. So I think like, Hincapi started. I think Calafiori might start, or I think Hincapi might start now, and Calafiori might start on the weekend. I think Havertz comes out the lineup. I think Eze or Odegaard come back in. I think Trossard might come out. Martinelli might come in. Madueke is probably still starting. Stuff like that, like little swaps. The only thing I don't want to see, like I said, I don't want to see the front three of Madueke, Gyökeres, and Martinelli. I don't want to see that front three. Um, as long as I don't see that front three, I'm pretty confident that we'll go to the final. So that's
Mhm.
really all I have to say about that game.
But I think if
I
you're
think yeah, go on.
oh, like if I were to say like starting lineup for us, I think it's pretty predictable given all the rest and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
since
for
I'm
you
also
guys, it's
saying
just
Sanchez.
like it's for. I think for
Yeah,
you guys, the only question is like, does Pedro or does Neto and Garnacho start? Or are you putting Palmer right wing and João Pedro at the 10? But everyone knows what you would do. You
yeah,
like. I don't think there's any
yeah.
debate. But what were you
Like
saying,
I
Ashton?
think
Huh? Go, Harshan, go.
yeah. Like what's gonna be? It's gonna be Sanchez in goal, Gusto right wing or not right wing, Gusto right back, Chalaba, Fafana center backs, and then Cucurella left back. We'll see Caicedo with Reece James in the midfield, Enzo 10, Palmer right wing, João Pedro striker, and Pedro Neto left wing.
Oh,
The only thing that
I don't like
which
that.
I'm not confident in, yeah, I'm not confident in exactly. Like Pedro would be marked out of the game probably. The only thing that the one thing that I do want to see, like, however, is like Pedro plays the 10, Palmer stays on right wing. You drop Enzo into one of the defensive midfield positions, play Reece James on right back
I
instead of
think that's what he'll do.
Gusto. Yeah, I hope that's what they'll do, and then we put the lap striker.
Yeah, I think
Do
that's what he'll
but
do.
yeah,
But I also,
but we'll see.
I'll be real. Like I think Delap will get marked at the game too if he starts.
Mm.
So
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
I
yeah,
honestly, in my yeah, I think the lap only thing he has right now holding up from him is the physicality. I think that's what they.
on
I
yeah.
think what else you guys need. I think you guys are probably gonna try and take advantage of set pieces as well. If I'm be honest, I was gonna give my opinion as a neutral. I kind of think this game might be 1-0 to Arsenal. I think. I think it's gonna be pretty close. Why are you smiling again, bro?
Me?
I
Cause I
literally
like
said you're gonna
that.
win this
Cause
time.
I'm happy. I'm
Mm,
happy. What? I can't be happy if someone predicts
Your
a win.
smile's just too
yeah,
sus, yo.
What? I
yeah.
can't, bro. I'm literally just. You know
You have
why
like
I
an
chuckled? I
evil grin,
chuckled.
bro.
I chuckled because 1-0 is just such a like. I can see that such an Arsenal result. Like I can
Yeah, I
see
think
that.
Mm.
I think it'll
I
be 1-0.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't think like obviously it's gonna be a tough game considering last time what even happened at the bridge? Like I think
2-2.
Caicedo was out
No, one
and
one, 1-1,
Okay.
1-1. Wait, what are you talking
no
about?
no
Are
no
you
no
talking
I'm
about?
not I'm
Oh,
No,
talking
no, no.
about no
Three
no
two,
no
three
you're talking
two,
about
three
league
two.
as
oh,
well.
you're talking about
Arsenal.
Carabao
Three two
Cup.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
Arsenal.
about
Carabao
cup.
Cup
I'm
was
talking
three
about the
two.
cup.
Yeah, 3-2.
Yeah, but
It
I'm pretty sure
was
Caicedo was out and
Caicedo was out because the suspension. Reece James was out.
suspension
Palmer
and
was
one more
out.
player was out.
Palmer
Palmer
and
was out, right?
Reece James. Reece James too. Reece James was injury, and so was Palmer.
Palmer was also injured,
I
yes.
mean, but
Right.
Palmer's been
So
ducking us for like a year, so
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? He may duck you
crazy
guys
timing,
again.
man. I mean, at least Caicedo will be there this time. So
yeah. But
uh,
what? Is he gonna get another red?
Yeah.
hope not. Hope not.
Hopefully
Yo,
not.
at least under a senior, yo, at least under a senior, it's only been opposing teams getting red cards so far. So you never know, man. Maybe there's a twist in the tails, but yeah, I think it'll definitely be a good game to watch. You know, Chelsea definitely gonna try and bounce back from that. Being one
Mm,
goal down. So I don't think this is gonna be an easy game for you guys at all. But I just think I could just see you guys going 1-0 up and just holding the game.
Honestly, it
yeah.
for me, like before, like last comment, then let's move on because time. But I think like for me, it really depends on how they play it. Like if they play it if they play it where they're gonna attack to get that 1-0, I think like as long as we're technically at our level and we're not making sloppy mistakes and that type of stuff like we did against United. I think that'll play into our hands. Honestly, I think you come attack us, and I feel like that's the wrong approach. I feel like if I was
Hmm.
Chelsea, I would say like do what United did, kind of stay in the game, try to keep it tight, keep
You've
it.
gotta come. Yeah.
You gotta keep it tight, keep it compact, and then go on the counter, nick a goal, and then it's 3-3. Then we're gonna have to go all guns blazing, and you never know what happens from there.
Yeah.
I think
Would
that has
you
to be the
like?
setup.
You have to be smart with the presses as well, yo. Like a
Yeah,
part of
you
the
have
reason for
to.
that mistake as well, like right, like it was.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah,
that's something that's like, that's something that's rare. That's not. I don't think you don't see Zubamendi like he made one other mistake that I'm gonna actually blame him for, and that was Spurs. But that was also a
Mm,
3-0 up, so
yeah,
I didn't really care.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
mm,
generally he's not that to make those
He's
mistakes.
not mistake prone player,
So
yeah.
I'm not worried about that. Like even
No,
under the
he's not gonna be one of those
press,
players who's gonna be like, yo, he's gonna be making a mistake. Yeah, no, like
yeah,
definitely not. It's
yeah.
everyone
I'm
has
not
their
worried
off
about it.
game.
It's just
Yeah.
everyone has to be technically clean. Like in that Man U game, I was pissed about Gabriel actually. I didn't mention it because I forgot. Um, and that's actually something I forgot about the Leeds game too. The Leeds game, I thought Saliba and Gabriel were so good. All their dudes, DLCL was like completely marked out. This guy had like he was a threat to like every one of the big teams he played against. He was a threat to Liverpool, City, Chelsea. I don't
Yeah.
remember United, but he was a
United,
threat
no,
to
not really.
every big game, right? Um, but against us, completely marked out. Gabriel Silva, elite defensively on the
Yeah.
ball, everything. Whereas in that United game, I saw Gabriel maybe like lose the ball like 5, 6 times, just sloppy. If he does that again, then brother, yeah, it will be a tough game because you can't just lose the ball sloppy in big games
I'm
anymore.
not gonna lie, it was just Gabriel. Gabriel. I think it was a lot
No,
of
no,
your
I'm
team
talking about
kept giving
Gabriel.
away
I'm talking about
possession.
Gabriel exclusively.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
in the
yeah,
Leeds
yeah,
game,
yeah.
Saliba and Gabriel were really good, but in the Man U game,
Sure.
Gabriel was bad because he was so sloppy. But just don't do that again, and I think it'll be comfortable. But yeah,
I think
anyway,
yeah, no, you know what it is. I think it all once it comes down to composure. I think
yeah,
if mistakes do come, yo, you can't like put your head
yeah.
down, right? You gotta keep going. You guys have your game's not done. So
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. But let's move
so
on. Let's move on to
yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Let's
we
the.
move
should
on.
give
Let's move
our
on.
weekend
Prem.
predictions. Because
Let's
everyone
make the
playing.
prem a bit quick.
Let me just do mine real quick. Sunderland,
Sure.
it's the same kind of context as Chelsea, where I think I think you rotate some of the players that are a little less fit, so that you can start them against Sunderland. So like I said, Kai, you probably don't start. I don't think you start Calafiori because you want to start Hincapié. You want to start Hincapié against Chelsea to start Calafiori against Sunderland. Havertz comes back into the team for Sunderland. Hopefully Saka's fit by then. He comes back into the team if he is. Um, and yeah, same thing as what I've been saying. you start Gyökeres, Trossard, maybe Eze. I'd prefer Eze, but let's just say Trossard for now. And Saka if Saka's fit. If not, Madueke. And yeah, do assuming we win at Chelsea, which hopefully we do, we kind of like reinforce that stamping of authority and do it again against Sunderland, right? Sunderland are a pretty good team. They've kind of fallen off, but they had a big game against or a big win against Burnley 3-0 today. But they're not a good away from home, right? They're 17th in the league away from home, I think, in terms of their away record. So yeah,
Their home record is what's keeping them up.
yeah,
right
their home record is amazing, but their away record is poor. So let's use that. Let's like I said, reestablish our good home record, and let's win that game pretty comfortably. And then our week will look a lot different, and we'll be able to enjoy that Anfield game against City comfortably. That's all for me. I expect a win.
now.
I'll give my take on our next game next. We're
Who are you
playing the
playing?
Wolves.
Oh.
Wolves.
Playing Wolves, yo. These guys are
Wait.
doing my head in, bro.
Before we talk about Wolves, like, did Strand Larson leave? Is that confirmed? Because I've been seeing
No,
50-50.
no, it's not confirmed yet.
Wait,
I think it's
but
confirmed
transfer
yet.
window is over, so does that mean he's not going? Like, what's going on there?
Strand Larson,
VAR. Here we go.
Because that's a big thing, right?
check.
If Strand Larson, I don't think Strand Larson's like a make or break, but Strand Larson's not there. Then...
He's
I mean,
okay,
Strand
though.
Larson's not
Like,
there.
Oh yeah, he has
decent,
left. He has left. Crystal Palace signed him for 48.
Is it confirmed? Like, who confirmed
No, but
it?
is it confirmed
Yeah,
though? We know the
confirmed.
deal's on, but is it confirmed?
Confirmed.
Medical test and done everything.
Transfer deadline day.
Who said it?
Oh. Check.
Who said
David
it?
Ornstein.
When?
7 hours ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think it's good then.
Yeah,
he
that's
left.
150. It should be good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we assume he's not there. Okay. Yeah. Continue. So they're weaker in attack, essentially.
Yep. But I think we're gonna rotate. So I don't think it's gonna be an easy win. I'm predicting like a 2-0. 2-0 to Chelsea. Not an easy win. We'll have scrappy moments and get the 2-0.
Fair. And Manu,
Fair.
I think Manu. Who are Manu
We're
playing?
playing Spurs.
Oh,
playing
Spurs 7:30.
Oh,
First game of the game week. Just
Oh
like,
my God, that's why he didn't say anything. When we were talking about Spurs being an easy win, that's why he didn't say anything. I was wondering, I was like, yo, why is he not agreeing? Then I thought in my head, I was like, oh, because they drew 2-2. But nah, that's not why. It's because you're not confident, huh?
Oh
No,
yeah.
it's not because we're not confident. It's because I don't want to go ahead and say anything, and
Are you playing
Such
at
a-
home or away?
No, at home. So
OT.
we played them
Oh.
away. Last time what happened was Mbeumo header 1-0 up. Went to halftime 1-0 up. But once
Ugarte.
again,
You talked about this,
Ugarte
man.
he got brought on the pitch and then 2-1 down. We saw the Richarlison, winning celebration and then
Oh, yeah.
Dylan had to come back with it. That was the game with the Richarlison.
Yeah,
and,
That was
Sherpa,
hilarious. I
whatever.
mean, he does that every game, but yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean I don't know. Right now Spurs they're in a very very sticky situation. But I mean, they do kind of have the even though they didn't win against City, I think their second half performance is still like it was beyond expectations for me in my opinion. From seeing how much they play, this time they're actually attacking. I don't think I've actually seen them, attack like that. I mean the Burnley game, yeah we did, but it just never seems like they're gonna do anything with the ball, when they're attacking. But
I mean, their whole team's injured, man. I feel like this is an easy
that's what I'm
win
saying.
for
Yeah,
you guys.
Kulusevski's still out. James Madison's out for a long time. I mean, Solanke's the one I'm a little bit. Solanke
Concerned.
and Odebear on the wing. He can do bits. Like in most games, even against the Burnley game, he was like the only hope that thing had.
Yeah,
Even the
I like
City game,
Odebear.
yeah, Odebear's good, right? And even the City game, I thought Solanke would honestly come out because he was on yellow. I thought Odebears might have to carry, but either way, Solanke now he's what is that? I think 3
4 and
goals
4.
in 2
4 and
games.
4. 4 and
Four.
4.
4-4, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dominic Solanke.
like I said as well, we are good at containing strikers, so that gives you a little bit of hope. Old Trafford, I think vibes are okay. I'm expecting a win here, nonetheless. I think I'll go for 2-0, my opinion.
Yeah, I think
I just think their defense is not enough to even stop our attack. Conor Gallagher, he's been doing okay. Like I haven't seen too much in that Spurs lineup yet.
yeah, he's
Um,
not. He's
But
been-
yeah, like
I think with Spurs, their whole team's injured. Romero came off. Van de Ven's injured. Like so they're
Mhm.
what they're and Danzo's injured too. That's their
And
third choice center
Mateus
back.
Tell, I think Tell is injured. I'm not too sure.
Oh no no Tell I think Tell was supposed to be out for the City game, but he was on the bench. I think he'd be good for you guys. Um,
Probably. Tell is also really he's
he's
as a sub.
okay. I don't know. He's
No, no,
okay.
as a
He's
sub, he can change the game. But
but anyway, I think for that Spurs game, I think you guys definitely should win it. You guys should expect to win it because, like I said, their whole team's damn near out. Um,
mm,
you guys are on a really good run of form. They're kind of on a bad run of form. Toxic club, toxic situation. It's at
mm,
OT.
yeah,
Like I
there's
said,
nothing against nothing on
Spence.
their side at the
Look at
moment.
that.
So.
They don't have their front three. They're starting center
Oh,
backs. They
sorry, it
don't.
wasn't Tell. It was Jet Spence. It was Jet
Yeah, yeah,
Spence.
that's what I was
He's
just
the
about to
one.
say.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
starting
yeah.
center backs and their third choice is out, so they're playing Dragusin and whoever else has center back. It depends on the game state. They might put Archie Gray there, they might put someone else there, but like I think they put Paulinho there in mid game against City
Polina,
or
yeah, no. Polina
on the
actually
weekend.
did pretty good as a center back.
Yeah,
So
but like they might put him there,
yeah,
but then Spence is also injured, and so is Poro, so they have to put Archie Gray at right back. Dragusin is
yeah.
left center back. Dragusin's
That's what I'm saying. It's
already
just a lot of misprofiling going on right
yeah,
now. So
Dragison's already shit, and you're playing him at left
yeah,
center
Oh
back.
yeah.
He's the reason for
Oh
their
yeah.
second goal, City's second goal. Left back, you have
poor
Udogi,
defending.
but Udogi could get injured at any second, and then they'll have no left back. Like essentially, these guys are on like bare bones, right? Midfield wise,
Yeah, they're just playing whatever
Bentancurzo,
players they can right now in whatever
yeah,
position. They're trying to
they
fill the
literally
11.
have. They have their 11, then they have a backup goalie, which hopefully they never have to make that sub. Well, for them, I guess. Then they have Sar, Tell, and Odebert. They have 14 senior players, 12 of which are outfield players. So they have 12 outfield players. If you don't beat a team with 12 outfield
And I don't
players,
think
like that's
Colombody's doing
embarrassing.
anything either, but
Mhm.
And
yeah.
Colomwani's been mid,
He's
like
he's
been
he's
mid.
very weird, bro. It's like
He's been
on a
mid.
good day, he's been very mid. That's but like bro against yo, just give him a former club, he's good. But I mean, he's a
Yeah,
former player of ours, so that's fine. But
yeah. I
yeah, I mean
think
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just
should be
considering the
comfy.
situation of I think I'm just speaking maybe a little bit PTSD from last game, where we should have won that comfortably, and then
Amarim,
certain
man.
player cost us.
Amarim.
Yeah,
I mean
but
the same thing still applies. Like with Chelsea, is like once you guys start making subs, your team weakens. But they just
no, but
ran.
since Carrick
But they
though,
just
since Carrick, it's been good.
no. But even then, I'm talking about like for example, you see Agarte come on, and your team
Yeah.
instantly dies, right? And that will happen regardless,
Bro,
right?
and it's like the fact that like for one with Casemiro our team's up here, and
Yeah,
then with Ugarte our team's over here, and then when you just take Casemiro off and bring Ugarte on, it
yeah,
just nerfs it even more. It's the fact that like
yeah,
Casemiro's coming off, who controls that defensive line really well,
yeah, yeah.
and the fact that we have Ugarte coming on, so it's like a
Yeah, it's
lose your
like
use your
you know,
controller
it's one of
and
your best players getting subbed off for one of your worst player. So like
you take out the
naturally,
controller and you're bringing in an op. Like that's basically what
yeah.
it is. Like
But the thing is like I said, right? Like I think they just you guys had a hard game, but they had probably a harder game, a more intense game against
City.
City. So
Yeah.
and that was I think after your game. So
It was after a game, yeah, yeah. It was like it
so
was 2 hours.
so
It's
they've
only
had
2 hour
less
games.
recovery, yeah. So they've had less recovery. They've had more games in recent times. So I really think that like you guys shouldn't do what City did. City kind of got tired.
Mm.
They ran out of legs.
They
They got
looked very
leggy,
depleted, bro.
and somehow
Yeah.
even though Spurs were depleted in terms of players,
Mm.
they looked like they had more energy. That shouldn't
Yeah.
happen against you guys, especially at OT. There's no way that let's say you guys put them to the sword like City did first half 2-0. There is no way that you guys should let them come back. There's no way. They're exhausted.
Yeah.
They'll have 3 subs and that's it. And that's
Mhm.
if they don't have any more injuries. Like brother, this should be a comfortable.
That's what I'm saying.
A
It should be a
United
comfortable
win.
win. It's just, we
I
can
don't.
never
I don't
take
think
those
it will be though.
comfortable
By
wins
the
for
way,
granted, right?
my
Sorry?
prediction's like 3-2 United because
3-2?
I literally
Okay.
I expect another chaos. Like this is the Prem type of game.
Yo, this is blood pressure, man. But I mean, hey, we pray. I think hopefully we can keep. Honestly, wait, why am I saying 2-0? We don't keep clean sheets. 2-1. 2-1.
Fair
That's
enough.
yeah.
Anyway,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
we'll wrap it up there because it's
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
A
we had a
minute
lot
15
to wrap
Yeah.
up.
an
See
hour
you guys
15. Yeah,
next game.
I think
Right.
we did well for the time. Honestly, an hour 15, not bad.
Not bad. Especially with the amount of content we had to cover.
Yeah. I
Hold on.